Alright guys, so let's quickly take a look at something very important again, under health tips that is very necessary for us to take a look at. Yesterday I tutored my students on the online academic one and as well the offline part, telling them two distinct waves, distinct topic, that is the blood and serum, and as well the blood pressure test or examination. So today in this video I'll be talking about the blood pressure spoon. There are a lot of hidden secrets behind that blood pressure that you have to understand. There are a lot of hidden secrets behind that blood pressure that some people still download down there in their medulla. But let's quickly take a look at something. Assuming you are to give an account of a blood pressure, there are a lot of things that actually partake to it too, that some of them they are unknown to many health experts. That doesn't mean you are expected to give or an account of a blood pressure and then you started doing it. You know that the stuff is actually written into dimension or into perspective. The point is actually going into perspective, the diastole and the systole. That's the first secret that you have to understand. I think the second secret is talking about that mm per Hg. Some health practitioners, they don't still know the meaning of mm per Hg. It's actually talking about millimeter per mercury. Hg in the atomic, in Hg, I think Hg in the element list in chemistry is mercury. So mm is millimeter. When it comes to physics measurement or fact of chemistry preview, it's known as what? Millimeter. So mm per Hg is talking about millimeter per mercury. Millimeter per mercury. So if you are measuring what is it called? The blood pressure, for instance, the increase is diastole and the decrease is systole. I get the point. Fine. Assuming you started inflating, so I will be teaching you when I'm doing this lecture. I'll be dropping some tips and as well some practical view. Are you getting the point? So let's quickly take a look at this. So this is our sphygmomanometer. Are you getting the point? This is our sphygmomanometer. Are you getting the point? Let me see. This is how it look like. Sphygmomanometer. Then this one is the stethoscope. This one are part of the instruments that is used in two of these things can actually bring out a qualified result for blood pressure. Like this. Both of them like this. Are you getting the point? So let's quickly take a look at something. Let's drop this stethoscope first and take a look at this sphygmomanometer. Then there's something hidden there. See. There's something hidden there. This sphygmomanometer for you guys. So we have the clock here. Then this bulb, this thing, by inflame you deflate, you inflate, you deflate. There's something hidden. So you see this thing, when you want to inflate, turning it to the left, I mean anything you are doing will surely be deflating. You are just wasting your time. But turning it to the right like this, you just be turning it like this. Are you getting the point? Meaning if you are anything you are doing will be inflating. Then let's assume we are pumping now. Can't you see? Can't you see that what I'm doing is actually reading? Are you getting the point? It will keep on what? Reading. I think you are seeing it on the clock. So it will keep on reading. These are the things we are going to be dealing with today. The secret behind this thing is that when it is reading, which point will it get to before we know that this particular person is reading this so this. Are you getting the point? Remember, we are trying to test on from the brachial artery, any artery at all, but we base on artery because we are testing blood pressure. So the reason or the main purpose why they should touch the arm, the left arm, is that you compress it artery so that it will be able to pump blood and read it to the fullest. So when you keep on pumping, and you see that this thing will be inflating. Are you getting the point? Let's deflate it and see something now. Let's quickly, I've actually deflated it now. Are you getting the point? So let's see something. We have the bets. This is the bet. So when you should tie this thing now to the right, as I've said earlier, to the right too, then you started inflating. You see that the bulb itself will be bringing out what? Air. Will be inflating like a ball. Are you getting the point? Hope you get. So it should be inflating like a ball. This how far I can go on this explanation. If you check, if you are done, you can press the C. I get to the point. Look at it. Look at it. It's now like a ball. It's fully inflated. It's fully what? Inflated. There's breeze inside. And there's never a way you do it until you release this thing. There's never a way you press this thing until you release this thing. So the purpose of this thing inflating is that it will actually tighten the artery, making it to read well. So when you keep on tightening, and you get to the point that the artery have actually received the pressure that is needed for it to give an accurate answer, you'll be hearing that word. You'll be hearing sound. I get to the point. You'll be hearing sound. What prefer the sound now is the problem. What prefer the sound? You guys should come down. What prefer the sound is our stethoscope. It is actually assumed or critically researched that if you put this thing in your ear and you hit this thing, the anonymous word sound you will hear is not going to be easy. That shows that when you place this thing here, it's not supposed to be with this hand, is this hand, left hand side. When you place it here, and it's on your ear. So when the artery is now working with pressure, you'll be hearing it. And any number it got to before you hear the sound is the of reading for the what? A millimeter. Any distance it got to is your reading. Any number it got to is your reading. So when you get to that particular number and started hearing that sound, all you have to do is to come again and you started as a new B that is just coming. If you must deflate this thing, don't deflate it once. Instead, you're doing it like this, a little by little, just little. You know why? So that when the clock is coming down, we are talking about the clock now. When the clock is coming down, it will still be sounding, but it will get to a certain number whereby you will not be hearing the sound again. That is the area. That is the point that you know that this particular blood pressure count to this particular number, such as 120, and when it is deflating, when it got to 80, you do not hear the sound again. So the sound is what is our major target here, because many health practitioners have actually claimed that they can actually run this particular blood test without using the stethoscope. Meanwhile, you won't hear that sound. But some medical experts or gurus say that if they do not use that stuff, they will still hear it. If they not make use of this thing, if they not make use of this stethoscope, they will still hear it. They will still know whether the stuff is at the reading point. I was actually thinking how. Me, I'm not actually clever or intelligent to that aspect. I still do my best. But that's why I still make use of this stethoscope. Are you getting the point? That's why I still make use of this stethoscope. So let's really take a look at something that, assuming this thing is fully inflamed and it's fully inflicted, and you want to deflate it, you just be what? Releasing this thing. This thing is what you go turn to the left hand side. I think I see. You hear it, I think. Hope you hear it. So it will deflate back. During the process of hip deflection, you'll notice that the sound you are hearing just now paused. You no longer hear that sound. I get to the point. You no longer hear that sound. So the number that it paused, the number I got to before it paused is your reading. So when you are done now, it's mm per HG, millimeter per mercury. That's your reading. I get in the point. So with this lecture, I will be able to convince you guys that testing blood pressure has been understood by you guys because of this impact I actually dropped down. I am Coach Ahmed Tijani, always rooting for you. Peace and love. Bye.